Hello, hello, hello. It's Kathy Bedell, mystampandspot.com. Sorry, taking a swig of water. A lot of talking today. Okay, we are on card 4. I'm going to wait a few minutes for people to show up. While we're waiting, I will tell you, I have a Sweet Sorbet ink pad. I have Country Bouquet stamp set. I love this stamp set. So you would stamp this, say, in Sweet Sorbet, and this in, say, Soft Succulent or a different color. Lots of great words in this. I'm going to be using, hey Paula, I'm going to be using I love that we are friends. Because I love that we're friends. Alright, here's my little cheat sheet on cuts. This is the stamp. This is the punch that goes with the stamp set. Currently, it is sold out. It is sadly not expected back. Hey, Marianne, Virginia. Sadly, it's not expected back in before Valentine's Day. I apologize for that. It is gone. Hey, Linda. Oh, I'm glad you're liking this. I'm so glad. This is the paper, as you can see, mine is well loved, that coordinates. But I want to show you this punch. Let me get a cutter. So, just going to cut that piece off. This punch lines up so nicely if you cut enough off the bottom. If you don't cut enough off the bottom, it doesn't line up so nicely. Pat, I'm glad you're back. Ruby. Oh, good. Yay, Ruby. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Virginia, Paula, everybody. Okay, so this punch lines up perfectly. And like that. And you get the little heart, the big heart, leaves, the whole bit. I don't know if you punch it out of plain paper. I did it out of shimmer paper. And I used all the hearts, but I didn't use the leaves. And there is a post on Facebook from a week or so ago. I know, Angela, it's so sad that this is out of stock. It's not coming back till April, sadly. So if you see it in the store in April, you better grab it because that will be it. So I did a post where I took all the shimmer petals and made a flower out of them. You could go back on Facebook and look for it, or I'm not sure if I've gotten it on my YouTube page yet, but I will post it on my YouTube page if I haven't already. If you haven't been over to YouTube, it is simply My Stamping Spot. Go to YouTube and search My Stamping Spot. Okay, lots of good. So this doesn't have to be Valentine's. That doesn't scream Valentine's. This reminds me of Carnival. I love this blue. What's nice about the blue is you want to make a Valentine for a boy, but somehow you don't want to do it in pink. This is really cute. It's got the cute reds. This is my favorite print in the entire pack. I had turned on college basketball, stay awake during the break. A nap is calling my name. That must be Karen. Yep, that's Karen. You know, I actually was joking with someone who texted me and said, why? I said I should have scheduled myself nap time today. Anyway, I love this. Here in the Northeast, we have Martha's Vineyard. It's a little island off of Cape Cod. This screams Nantucket, another island, or Martha's Vineyard to me. I just love this piece. My local girls made a card with that last month. The back is a simple blue and white. Thanks for coming back, Kay. Glad to see you. This is not typically my style, but boy, put it with something that complements it. Look how beautiful that is. That serviceman is here. I apologize for the interruption. I knew he was coming. And then, of course, we have the very traditional looking Valentine's pattern. This is very similar to the stamp. Christina, hi, welcome back. And the pink on the back, the petal pink on the back. Boy, my camera's not picking up how pretty the color is. But it has, it's kind of like little heart patterns. There we go. My dogs are probably going to start barking now because of this guy, so I apologize. block your ears. You don't have to, you can just watch me. You don't have to listen to me. Okay. So in your kit for card 4, now the directions sadly say card 5. Karen Halterman picked right up on that. So these are the ingredients you want, but it's mislabeled card 5. It should have been card 4. That's what I get for not proofreading. This is National Hug Your Pup Day. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, if you have never bought a card kit from me, this is how things come. Little items all come packaged up so that all you need is an ink and a stamp. Everything's cut, die cut, embossed. It's all ready to go for you. So, let's see here. You get your ribbons, you get your embellishments, you get all of it. Okay. This is the postage punch. We have 4 note cards and 4 envelopes. These measure, if you don't have note cards but you want to follow along with your own DSP, these measure, oh gosh, well, I put 3 1/4, but that's not accurate. It actually would be 6 1/2. Nope. I have to think here. Hold on. These are 5 by 7. So then when you score it, it's 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Oh, no. That's this cut. Is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. So this measures 3 1/2 by 5. By 5. Yeah, by 5. So if you want to cut this, 7 by 5, scored at 3 1/2. We'll get there, I promise. It's the end of a long day. Well, it's not quite the end yet. We have a lot to give away. So I am going to, hey Mary, glad you're back. We are going to fold on the score lines. Now these are very heavyweight note cards. I know a lot of people don't love the note cards. They mail just like a regular card, put a regular stamp on it, and they're easy. Whoops. They're easy when you're in a time crunch, especially if you need to make invitations or anything. In this case, this is a nice little bundle to make and give. You know, this would be great to give your grandkids or whatever. Okay, these are just my little envelopes that go with them. I'm going to stick those aside. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my greeting on these pieces. Hello. I'm glad you didn't miss me, Penny. I am going to put I love that we are friends on all of them. I'm going to pull that out. And where's my block? Oh, my block is dirty. I'm going to have to use a bigger block. There we go. And Sweet Sorbet is the ink I am choosing. Now, you know what? I'm going to give you a tip. I stamped these all different ways, so I don't want you to see the finished cards yet, so I'm going to tell you where to stamp if you're stamping along with me. If you already stamped, you can change up how we finish these cards. It won't be a problem. So we're going to do 2 down lower, like this, and we're going to do 2 on the diagonal, and you'll see why. Like this. There we go. Okay. Again, that's Sweet Sorbet. All right, let's take our paper cutter out. I'm going to push those to one side. I'm actually going to push these over the same side so they're all together. Hi, Gay. How are you today? Glad you came. Oh, I didn't know you volunteered on Saturday mornings. How interesting. Okay, I chose to use the colors that were in the Heart DSP. You could do these patterns. I'm not sure that I would like these. We are going to cut these apart, and I'm not certain I would like those. Now, you can cut 4 pieces of DSP all together. I think I would recommend 2 or 3 at a maximum. I'm going to do 2, just so that we can go through this together. Now, this was not part of this DSP. This is a Country Lane DSP. It's 6x6. I set my catalog over on the other side. It's beautiful. It's all the balmy blue, the green mint macaron, the sweet sorbet, and the petal pink. And it's all checks and plaids. It's beautiful, ginghams and plaids. Okay, so we are going to cut first 1 1/4 inches vertically. Did you all see my paper trimmer tips? I hope you did. I want you to know you can, for smaller pieces, cut 1 1/4 on this side. I'm going to stick to this side. But the reason why this is measured on this side, it's intended for smaller pieces. So we're going to cut 1 1/4. Then we're going to turn it. And we are going to cut it at, where's my notes? 3 inches. Like this. Just make sure it's lined up well. Hold this door down good. Okay. Now what I want to do here is I want to leave them in this pattern. The toughest thing about this card is, so this is 1 1/4. The toughest thing about this card is making sure that you use all the patterns in the right places by 3. I'm going to have to do these separately because they kind of got unaligned. Okay. Now you can put your cutter away. And this is where the fun comes in. All right, let's see here. Oh, thank you, Gay. All right, this is how I do it. You do it however you want to do it, because it can get confusing. I start with 1 card over here, 1 card here, 1 card here, 1 card here. Then I do backwards, 1 card here, 1 card here, 1 card here, 1 card here. Then I go, let's see, put that one down. I'll go here, here, move these over, here, and here, because what we're doing is we want all 4 papers in each 4-pack. So we don't want any 2 of the same papers. That's why I lay it out like this, because then I can clearly see what's missing from each 4-pack. Now we're going to go back and take our card bases. And this can be a little bit tricky, but it's not that hard. I'm going to start with the bigger pieces. I think they're easier to work with. Oh, there's one of the ginghams that's on the back of this Country Lane paper. Now, even though we've cut this piece, we still want an equal 1/4 inch border all the way around. 1/4 inch, maybe 1/8 inch. I'll have to do that math for you after. And we're just going to butt the pieces together. We're not going to, you could window pane, but you'd have to cut these pieces smaller. You could make like a window pane in between. I'm not choosing to do that today. We're keeping it a little simpler, like this. Make sure your design is not upside down. It's just fitting it together like a puzzle. That's all. And we're going to do all 4 1/8 inch. Thank you, Kat. You know, I was thinking 1/8. You know what it is? It's 1/4 inch smaller, but then it's 1/8 inch all the way around. So now I have my skinnier one on this side and the fatter on this side. We're going to mix it up this time. We're going to put the fatter on this side. Not that it matters, but just to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to come in 1/8 of an inch. And I don't know why I always choose to use the fatter pieces. I think it's because it takes up more space, so you can make sure you have a straight line and that you're kind of more equal all the way around. I think that's why I do it, but I'm not really sure. Sometimes I just do these things because it's habit and that's the way it goes. But I'm sure when I first started, there was a reason why I was doing it that way. There we go. Have I thanked you guys for a wonderful year? 2022 is fabulous for me, and I'm very grateful to all of you. So there we have 2 different ones. I'm going to start with the fat side again. And I'm going to do it on this side this time, like the last one. And you just go around and adhere them all. Like I said, make sure your hearts are the right way, because it is easy to put them upside down. I'll grab this pack of paper after if you haven't seen it. This Country Lane. I'm surprised I didn't put it in my bin to show you. Like this. So the only problem with this particular bunch of papers that I picked is that you never use the dark green leaf from the DSP, because the DSP has both the light and the darker green, and I chose papers that the dark green would not go with. So if you want to make use of all the dark green pieces, you're going to want to, like, they would go with this paper if you had chosen papers that match this. So now, this time I'm going to put my bigger piece on the bottom, because it doesn't matter if it's on the top or the bottom. Just to show you. Whereas these 3, I did the bigger pieces on top. I'm going to put the smaller piece on the bottom here, just to mix it up. They don't all need to be identical. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, this is where these different labels, I'll show you my cards that I had made. This is how I did them. And there we go. You see all those? So now I'm just going to take my stamped pieces and pop a couple dimensionals on the back of each. They go together really quick once you figure out how to sort the paper. That's why I make 4 different, like, card layouts, basically. I make room to sort them so that I can visually see that I have a piece of each in my piles. Look, I put 2 on all of them, and I got busy talking. I put 4 on this one. Isn't that funny? Pulling the dimensional tabs off. So now this one, I'm going to put crooked like this. And this one, I'm going to put crooked. I'm going to put this one crooked on this one down here, like this. And these two will be straight. And I'm just putting it over the seam where they meet. Because to me, aesthetically, it just looks right. But you can put them any way you want. You don't have to put them on that seam. You could put it up here if you preferred. I just like to cover the intersection of them. I don't know why. Okay, now I'm going to use a little Tombow glue. I love that postage stamp. Yes, it is very versatile. Then I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to add flowers or hearts as I want them. So they may be different, totally different than what I have going here. So I am going to, I'm going to put, because this is wide and this is narrow here, I'm going to use a dimensional for this one. And I am going to use the leaves on this just so that it fills in some of this white. And I'm going to use a little Tombow glue for that. And, you know, I did mine like tulips. You know, imagining that this is like a tulip coming up. But really, you could do them anyway. You could do 2 leaves coming out the side if that's what you wanted. It's a personal preference thing. They don't all have to be the same. So there's one. And let's see. I think on this one, because there's a lot of white, I am going to put this little heart up the top here. See, here I put it down the bottom because my cross section was lower. But I'm going to put my heart here. And I'm actually going to put this on with a dimensional because my leaves are going to be on dimensionals. Like this. And I'm going to put it at a very big angle. And you know what? This guy, I think I'm just going to put 1 leaf on this. And I'm going to have it come out the side. Just to be different. Just to show you different is good. Like, maybe like this. I don't know if I like that. Maybe down here. Maybe I'll do 2. Like that. Because no 2 cards need to be the same. So this one, I'm going to use a little glue and put a dimensional on the top half because I'm going to have it hanging off the top. Like this. I don't go crazy with dimensionals. I know a lot of people use a lot of dimensionals. Like that. And I'm going to wait on what I'm going to do with the rest of that to see what I have here. So here, I think, yeah, I think I'm going to put kind of like I did up here with the small heart and the big heart and no leaves. I think I'm going to do that on this card over here. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And I'm going to tip my heart pretty good. And then just add a little heart. Now, these don't have gems. That's okay. You certainly can add gems. There we go, like that. And now this guy needs a little something. So I'm going to put him on here. Like this. Oh, a little too much glue. And then I think I'm going to tuck these leaves in under here like this. And I'm going to have these come out one side as opposed to 2 sides like a tulip. Again, just to show you how to be different. Like that. There we go. Let me open these ones up so you can see them all. What do you think? Did you make yours? How did yours come out? So this certainly can hold true for big cards as well. I chose to do the note cards. And again, wouldn't it be cute to do the envelope like we did with the first card today. I think that would be really cute. And there you go. Did yours come out as well? What do you think? How did yours come out? Don't be afraid to post pictures. If just post them in comments. I would love to see that. Okay, we are at 2:30. We are going to do card 5 next. I will be back at 3 o'clock for card 5. Card 5 is, now remember, I made a mistake on the directions. Card 5 is actually the description for card 4. So if you did not get a packet and you'd like to join us, what you need is under card 4, okay? We'll work on this at 3 o'clock. We're getting close to the end of our day. I'm so glad you guys joined us. What do you think? Does it need bling? Maybe we'll put a little bling on here. 1:30 there. 2:30 here, Connie. So, 3 o'clock East Coast time. Of course, I wasn't smart enough to bring a pick-me-up tool, but I'm going to put on some of these iridescent rhinestones just to throw a couple in here. Like this. You don't even need to. I think they are equally as pretty without them. But, I don't know. I like rhinestones. Alright, so after we do card 5, I will be drawing for those 20 questions. So, make sure you get answers in if you want to win one of those awesome prizes. The bags, gosh, there are so many. You know what might be pretty on these too? These are the opaque adhesive backed. Maybe I'll put, these are the ones that have like a gem cut to them. Like this. Just doing different sizes randomly. No here or there. Put that on that little heart. Maybe we'll do one more. I think I like the rhinestone. The other gems are pretty, but boy, these iridescent rhinestones, they are kind of spectacular. They have the greatest shimmer to them. There we go. Noon for you, so pull up your lunch, Mary. Laurie says she knew I couldn't leave out bling. Stack and shuffle. That is a great name for it. Is that what they actually call it? I don't even know what they actually call it. But stack and shuffle. Let's call this technique stack and shuffle. I don't know if that's official, but I think that's great. Oh, Connie. That's nice of you to say. Thank you very much. If you didn't see it, this was the bingo prize, the Greatest Journey bundle. That's going out to Jonah Clark. All right. I will see you roughly a half an hour. And remember to have what says card 5 on it. Description number 4. All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I will see you in a half hour. Bye.